You're muted, babe.
Mute.
And I am muted. Okay. Hey, Magic Makers. I'm Mombirella.
I'm Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because we
Already not to any good.
solemnly swear we're up to no good. And speaking of up to no good, we have with us the Night Terror Collective with one representative right now with us, Jason Walker. Hey, Jason, welcome.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I was looking at the intro. It was cool.
The Night Terror
Thank you.
Collective.
We try our hardest.
All
All right. Here's our commercial. Jeremy Vanders says, hello, everyone. Jeremy Vanders is the maker of beautiful wands since 2024. Yes, I have the version 2.0 because I'm rough. And the ladies here have the first version. Yes, you see the sapphires, the crystals, all the thingamabobs. Nice way to play it. Say yes, yes, yes. Indubitably.
Who's this and what's it's galore?
Awesome.
And works hard also says, hello, everyone.
Hi.
So
I wish
hello,
you'd been on my.
hello.
I wish you'd been on my cruise too. By the way.
I ran into Jason and his partner Rosy at River Valley Comic Con in Arkansas, and they had this really creepy doll. Yeah, I was on the floor and I kept running by this creepy doll, and this little creepy doll kept staring at me, and I really was not liking said creepy doll. However, their table was really cool, and he had this awesome book on top of it too. So, Jason, please explain to these nice ladies and the lovely audience what the Night Terror Collective is.
Yeah, so like she said, my name is Jason Walker. I am the founder of Not Terror Collective, and we are a paranormal team out of the Fort Smith, Arkansas area. We have been lucky enough to travel all over the country, doing the most haunted spots all over the country. You know, so you see all the stuff on the TV, on the TV shows that they do. We do the same stuff, same locations, and do a bunch of cons and stuff. Like she said, that's where we met, and then she was introduced to my Annabelle, and then that was real creepy, and I love it because she is creepy. She's actually right next to me in her case right now, so
I'm good.
yeah.
And eventually, he's gonna take me and Super Hubby out.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. As soon as we get our schedule for
Annabelle's
the year.
staying home, though. Annabelle is staying home when we go out.
Yeah, she can stay here in her case in my office. She'll be all
You
right.
put her like in a baby carrier and like carry her on your chest like an infant carrier. Just be like your detector. Whenever she starts to turn her head, you know which way to go.
There you go, for sure.
No.
Considering the recent stories about Annabelle and her last keeper, I think we're good.
No, Annabelle
I'm good.
It's funny, but just about everywhere we go, something happens. Last the con we were at before we met you guys there, we were at one of them in Kansas, and the ceiling fell out. So that was interesting.
That's
Interesting.
I agree with Jeremy. He says, "Don't give it more power than it needs." I agree with you.
Yeah. You know, I mean, obviously she's not the real Annabelle doll, but she is a replica, and she does go to us with cons, and people love taking pictures with her and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Palpitations.
Oh, but you take pictures with the Chucky doll, I bet.
Chucky is not real. Annabelle is actually real. Annabelle is based off Raggedy Ann.
Chucky I used to have dozens of Raggedy Anns as a kid.
Chucky is a fictional horror film. Big difference.
Right.
Get out though. She really is, and she just stares at you, and doesn't matter what angle you're at. She looks like she's looking.
Okay, hold on. Doll story. So my daughter had a doll.
Oh no.
And we had a boarder at the time who lived in an RV in the back of our property, and he would come up and use the facilities and stuff. And we were friends. And one day she's sitting with her doll on the chair next to her, and he goes, "Your doll really creeps me out." Well, it had the ability to walk and move its head. And all of a sudden, as it sat beside her and he says this, its head goes like this, and one eye winks at him real slow, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm never coming in this house again."
That's a no for me, dog.
And my daughter's just like, "I didn't know she could do that. Cool trick."
No.
That's your kid. That's your kid.
No. 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 No.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
We thought so.
yeah, it's crazy. It's I got a bunch of creepy stuff in my office, so okay.
No.
Okay. So what got y'all started with the paranormal investigation stuff?
Yeah, it's very interesting. It kind of with anything, it develops curiosity and things like that when you're young, and it starts there. You might have an experience, something like that. My partner Rosy, hopefully she pops on here quick, but she's had multiple occasions of dealing with paranormal stuff throughout her life. It started when I was young, and then same thing with me. I experienced some things that as a kid at locations, not necessarily all the time. I'll tell you something real quick, but she's a very gifted medium, Rosy is. So she experiences things a lot differently than I do. But you can imagine having that emotional stuff attack her and be attached to her also when she's young. So dealing with that is kind of crazy. I can't put myself in her shoes in that situation, but I couldn't imagine being able to learn how to deal with that growing up. But with me, like I said, it started young, and then I was very interested in it, and it just kind of went away. And then my focus was on other things, sports and things like that. But here comes all of a sudden, I'm older, and then Ghost Adventures comes along, right? So you have Zach Bagans and all those guys. But I got real heavy into that, and that just I was like, man, these guys are bringing this to the mainstream, which is kind of cool. It hasn't always been that way, so more people were focused on that. So my mother passed away in 2018. So when that happened, it really kind of jolted me and aiming my focus at something I really wanted to do, and that was explore the paranormal. That doesn't mean necessarily just ghosts and things like that. We're not Terror Collective. We're not ghost this or whatever, because we don't want to be labeled as one thing. Um, and that being said, the paranormal to me is all of it, like the Bigfoot, UFOs, all that kind of stuff is under the same umbrella. So we wanted to be able to branch out in those things also. So it just kind of shot from there. I put out I guess you would say like a casting call in a way, to see who'd be interested in like-minded people, meet at a location. We go from there, window it down to our team. That's what happened. And then we just so happened to kind of explode. Honestly, like we gotten pretty popular, and we've got a good following as far as all of our social media stuff and TikTok and things like that nowadays. But we've been pretty lucky in that aspect. But it really kind of started, like I said, with that. Really getting into the Ghost Adventure stuff with Zach and them. Not so much anymore. I mean, because you learn how to do things yourself, and you also learn like what they're doing as entertainment and not necessarily paranormal investigations anymore. Started that way with them, but they changed their focus, and then it's purely entertainment. But ours is definitely for the paranormal side of things. We want to try to help answer the question. What happens after you die, and then why are we experiencing things that we do. And then on top of that is, like I said, we go to all these locations, but one of our main things too is residential things and helping people. So that does fuel us, to go over and try to help people out experiencing things they don't quite understand.
So where do you get your leads?
All over, man. It works like through our email, through our Facebook, through peers in the community. Also, like we have fellow paranormal investigators in the field. They're all over the country that might pass a case on to us, since we're more localized to what's going on, like Oklahoma, Arkansas. Kansas, Texas, that kind of thing. It might be somewhere else, but we got a lot of stuff that way too. But then you got to vet them. You know, you got to make sure you're not dealing with somebody crazy or that kind of thing. You're going to waste your time driving 6 hours to go see somebody. We want to give everybody time, of course, and we don't want to pass that along that, hey, yeah, just write them off that they are, crazy. We don't want to deal with them, but we want to give everybody the same kind of shake. We want to give a fair chance to everyone at first, and then we go from there.
Very cool. And how did you start? Like, you kind of explained where you kind of saw it, but how did you start?
Yeah, for me, it was definitely like I said, after my mom passed away, it's like that was one of my I don't know if you would say, I don't want to say hobbies, but definitely a big high interest in the paranormal. So of course, you dive into Ed and Lorraine Warren a lot, and then Hans Holzer and things like that. So these people that's been doing it forever, and then kind of develop your curiosity in the ways you want to do things. So that's exactly what I did. I just kind of did a lot of research, then just started doing it on my own, which I don't really recommend doing it on your own, but it could be kind of intense sometimes. But that's to start anything. It's just to do it, and then you learn and adapt different ways of doing things, and then you develop your own sense of what you think is the right way of doing stuff. Not that anything's wrong, but it definitely when you start really getting out there, the do's and don'ts really pop up. So I mentioned Rosy's a medium, so she gets that stuff emotionally, and then I get physically stuff. So which means I get scratched and pinched, and my clothes pulled, and things thrown at me. That's happened since day one. I don't know what the deal is with the spirits, but they have a thing against me. I don't know, but I'm also 6'3". I'm a big guy, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But
I'm okay as long as they don't touch me. I don't like it when they touch me.
It's very interesting.
I grew up with them. I'm good.
Yeah, with that though, it's like people always ask you. Of course, like I just said, the more violent things, obviously, but getting touched by a ghost is very interesting because it feels like feels like you run into a spider web. That's what it feels like. And then they touch you.
No.
Yeah, there's no spider web, but that's what it feels like.
Bro, I have felt a ghost literally go up through my body. No,
Yeah,
that's not fun.
That's
my worst fears right there. Okay, no touching. No, no.
Anyway, we have a good question right here for you. What equipment do you use to detect specters?
Well, it's actually a very interesting question because, like I said, I mentioned the TV shows, and you see all those guys using all the latest gear and things, which we do have, but really, honestly, especially getting started, because people are it's just, they don't know, and it's fine. But your phone and a flashlight, that's all you need. That's all you need, honestly. Your phone has, nowadays takes really good photographs. It takes the mics on it very sensitive. Takes great EVPs, and a flashlight you can use for yes or no communication. And also, when do we do what we do most of the time? In the dark. So to have a flashlight is for safety also. So you don't run into things or fall down or whatever. But definitely flashlight your phone. That's all you need to get started. You can slowly get a piece of equipment here and there to build your stuff up, but you don't need it. And but it is cool to have. You don't need it.
So, how did you and Rosy get connected?
Well, it's interesting because we worked together for years, and then the place that we were working together at, she actually left. And then when I put out the casting call, she showed up, and I was like, I didn't expect her to be there, but it just kind of worked out that way. And originally, Not Terror Collective had 4 members, and we've since had 2 pass away. So, it's just Rosie and I, and it really works though. It's just her and I doing our thing. So we've become really experienced and seasoned investigators, but and that's just getting out there and do what we do. So it is pretty cool. We work off each other, and when I can validate her feelings and stuff that she's going through with our gear, man, that's the coolest thing.
Okay,
No.
so what's the creepiest story you have?
Yeah, most everybody wants to know the scary stuff, and that's fine. But I tell you, going to Waverly Hills is really cool. I don't know if you guys see anything on that, but it's in Kentucky. It's been on every ghost show there is, probably. But it's a big sanitarium. We're doing an investigation up on the second floor, and they have what they call the creeper there. It's a big shadow figure, and you don't get to experience him, very often. But when he makes himself known, it's actually really cool. But we're doing an investigation in this room, and we're doing some spirit box stuff, and then he just kind of shows up in the hallway, in the door right across the hallway in the next room, and he's like 7 foot tall, and I got to see him. That's pretty cool. So I was kind of running towards him and trying to take pictures, and that was neat. But I didn't ever capture him in the picture, but I say that I want to use that location because it's well known. But the coolest thing I ever had happen was I had a big piece of glass thrown at me, hit me in the shoulder. We're doing an asylum in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and this male spirit did not like other guys in his territory. So out of nowhere, just in the dark, this big piece of glass just hanging right in the shoulder. Could have hit me in the face, but luckily didn't. But those things don't scare me. I don't get scared by spirits. I've never been scared by any spiritual encounters. But when those things happen, I want them to happen again. And everybody else, wants to run and they're scared, they're yelling. But I'm like, man, do it again. Cause that's why we're there. That's why we're there to get the evidence.
Okay, what about your
Well,
funniest?
that's my biggest thing is like I always want to see it and it never happens whenever I want to see it. People will have great stories, but I'm like, I don't get to see it because it won't happen again.
What about
Yeah,
your story? Is there a funny
what
one?
is it?
Is there a
Funny one? Well,
I feel like
actually,
hauntings
yeah,
aren't funny.
there is a funny one. One of our main things is I like to try to keep us grounded in what we're doing during the investigation, which means if something happens, something crazy, we don't run. We don't run. For one, that's dangerous, and two, the whole point of us being there is why we're going to run away when we're trying to gather evidence. It's crazy, but we were at this tuberculosis asylum in Boonville, Arkansas, and then first time we were investigating that building, both our guys were still with us then, and then we were down in the basement, and just out of nowhere, we were just asking questions to get some spirit box stuff going, and one of my guys just starts yelling and screaming. I mean, like you would think, I mean, like a teenage girl, and just darts out of there, runs down the hallway, complete dart. He just drops his lights and everything, just left. I'm like, man, we had no idea what happened because it's dark. We didn't see it, and we're playing back the video later on, and what it was is um, this spirit grabs his leg, and you can see it, and just just scratches his leg, and then you can see his jeans just pencil up. It was crazy, and then but it's scary, but that was funny because he just, I mean, you picture, I hear like Richard Pryor in my ears, like just this funny stuff like that running down. I don't know, it was hilarious to everybody that was there, but to him it scared him to death, and he wanted to go back down there. So.
Understandable.
Oh, and getting attacked by bats at Waverly, that was fun too. Like the bats would swoop down and try to hit your hair, and the girls and stuff. That's what they were doing to the girls. And,
So when we go, I need to wear hats and layers.
yeah,
Layers.
that's cool.
Speaking of going, Jeremy Vanders says, how often do you take people with you to go to these investigations?
Yeah, that's a good question. We do ticketed events at different places, but we also do open investigations, um, which will take I don't know, maybe 6, 7 people with us to experience a location because you don't want a big crowd at some places. It's harder to gather evidence that way, and for people to experience anything. And that's why we want to take people with us, so they can kind of get that sense of like something really is happening. And rather when we do ticket events, it's more sometimes it's a little more chaotic because we got 30, 40 people with us, and then the open investigations is really the best thing. So if you follow Not Terror Collective on our Facebook or TikTok, we'll post those, and then we might do a contest for those people to come with us or something, and that's kind of how we handle that. But we do take people with us, and we love doing it. But people's reactions are different. From people being scared or crying or just having a good time with it.
I would probably
That's
agree.
that's a big crowd too to have. That's a lot of people in one group.
Yeah.
That's a
What we
lot.
do, what we do with that is we'll have a big location, and then we'll split those people up in the groups with Rosie and myself, and we might have like a guest investigator come with some, like maybe a well known celebrity or something join us. So that kind of attracts people to the ticketed events too. Not just us, but um, we can investigate with different people that way. Split up. We have dowsing rods and K2s. We like to put equipment in your hands so you feel part of what's happening, and whether not just watching us do something. So it's
Okay,
way more fun that way.
that's interesting. You don't look like you want to be part of what's happening. How are y'all gonna make it through one of these tours? I'm wondering.
Who said I was doing what? Trevor's got a
Yeah,
good question. Let's see. Do you journal each investigation?
Ooh,
yeah. For the most part, Rosie handles that kind of stuff. She does all the research of the location and the building, and its history, and things that's happened there before we go. And then she'll do kind of like a follow up thing, and make sure everything's documented as far as what we captured, what kind of how was the weather conditions, everything that was happening while we were there. So um, that's pretty cool that I mean, not only she does that, I mean, she loves doing it. So, I mean, it's really an advantage of what we do. So, it's pretty neat that way. I love trying to kind of backtrack on some things that we've done in the past, and we revisit locations, because I feel like sometimes it's just unfinished. Like, there's a couple places I want to revisit, like Goatman's Bridge, if you ever heard of that. Um, it's down in Texas. The
Yeah.
Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas.
Hollering
That's a
Woman Creek too.
there's lots of places. It keeps us very busy doing backtracks and also new places. So.
I mean, Hollering Woman Creek is the story of La Llorona.
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's in Texas, and it's going up towards Austin.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I follow that story a little bit, and of course I've seen the movie, but
Mhm.
very interesting. Look at this. See, Annabelle's turning my light on. Mhm.
My husband has actually been to, I don't remember if it was Goatman Bridge per se, but it was one of those bridges that if you leave your car like off and just sit there, you'll start getting taps at the window and like big
Oh
bangs.
yeah. I'll tell you what's cool about places like that is what you want to do is you want to take your vehicle and put baby powder on it, like on the trunk and stuff like that. And then
So you can see the
when that,
handprints.
yeah, then it's actually kind of it will just kind of leave you like, okay, what's happening here? It's really kind of neat.
Very
That's
cool.
cool.
Well, we have about 5 minutes left. Do you have any advice for somebody who wants to get into something like this?
Yeah, like I said earlier, just start with equipment wise. You're going to start with your phone. You're going to start with your flashlight. There is no right or wrong way of doing things because everybody's going to do their own style, and that's completely fine. Um, You have to take step one. It's like writing a book. You got to start writing it to get going, and it's sometimes the hardest thing is writing page one. But that's what you do, and then you reach out to people like Rosie and I who are experienced, and if for any advice or how to use a piece of equipment, or you know kind of how to attack a location in a way, I guess. But um, doing the investigation that's your own thing, and you develop your own style, and it's great.
Very cool.
Nice.
Speaking of book, you wrote a book. Would you like to tell us about that?
Oh yeah, actually, sure. I wrote two. This is my children's book, and I recently that. It's a little ghostly ghost. It's
Nice.
it's available on Amazon. It's not scary. It's a little story for kids, and it rhymes. There's some pictures of us just doing what we do out in the field. I included some pictures of some apparitions. That's not too scary for kids. So neat little story. Bunch of pictures of us, and kind of just I want kids to have that visual and introduce what we do in a non-scary way. And then this is my main novel. It's The Gates of Hell and the Demons That Protect It. It's the 2003 incident. It's based on a true story. This happened to a few friends of mine and myself. And it's a crazy story about devil worshiping and that kind of stuff. And then dealing with demons in this location. And it's pretty intense, but it's available on Amazon too, or catch me at the book signing or Comic Con or whatever.
That's a pretty creepy one. I don't know that I'd go to that location. I'll be honest. That might be past my threshold of trying to find the creepy stuff at that point. It's like, nah. Now you're getting
Yeah,
into a different level of things here. I don't think I'm gonna go fish that one out myself.
yeah. That place is located in Oklahoma, so it's an
Oh,
neck of the
look,
woods.
CJ, right up your alley.
I was gonna say, do we
Ah.
that location is?
But
Yikes!
if you
I
have
am the
Kindle,
only one not into it.
if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free on Amazon, so you can.
Oh, cool.
I think Little Ghostly Ghost is too. So.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Jason, for joining us today and sharing your knowledge with us. That's very cool. You can find the Night Terror Collective on TikTok. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them actually on Twitter as well. I found you. So they're kind of all over, but they prefer, you can definitely find them on Instagram and you can find them on TikTok mostly. They're actually also on Facebook. Next week, we're going to be having Dearest Abby, who is a cosplayer and content creator. So you can check her out next Tuesday. Everybody get your wands to the ready because Mom's going to take us out. But in the meantime, Jason, thank you for joining us and sharing your extensive knowledge on the creepy and paranormal. We appreciate you greatly.
It's awesome. Thanks for
Extensive
having me.
Did you
experience.
already read that? And you already went through their links. I'm sorry, my brain glitched for like 5 seconds there.
You can find them on Night Terror
What's
Collective.
new?
All right. And if y'all haven't had a chance to yet, guys, share this one out and make sure that you comment down below and make sure that you're also following CJ Peterson, Mombrella, and Yukita Cosplay. We are on YouTube and TikTok and the Instagrams. So until next time, guys, stay warm and safe out there. Mischief managed.